Hello. Hey, I hope you can hear me well. Please leave here on the comment section so I can double check that. If you can hear me, if you can see me, please let me know so I can do something about it. I'm very excited to start this session because today we are going to cover a very interesting topic about security. Cybersecurity it's a very big part of web, not only for web. I'll say for all IT and technology stuff. And I'm not going to lie. Today we are not going to be masters at that. I am not a master, a guru, or someone who it's really an expert about security, but I know some things I want to share with you, which are the basic stuff we all need to know in order to, well, to be protected, to be prepared, and to have some kind of security at our lives, right? Um, Today, we're going to cover specific topics for web security. So, everything about viruses and malware. Malware, it's another big topic. So, yeah, everything related to web, I want to be clear on that. And specific for supply chain security, which is the code we do not own. I'm talking about the packages. For example, when you build your application in JavaScript or let's say Python or whatever other um, language you prefer, but in this case we are talking, remember, for web. So um, sorry, for web. So those two are the most common ones, right? uh, well, as you know, they manage packages, which are these these sections of code that you don't build, you don't own. You are not responsible of the security in there, but that you use and that you integrate in your application. So you're responsible for applying them, right? So you need to be aware of what security risk, security vulnerabilities you may have using them. So let's start. I'm going to share my screen, but first I want to read some comments here about everything you know about security. I want to hear if you're experts or you're beginners. Did you have security, cybersecurity in mind when you build your applications? Did you, I don't know, do you use some cybersecurity tool? If you have come to the hackathons we have host over the last season here in the Majorly Hacking, we encourage you to use one in specific. You probably know what I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, let me know here in the comments, please. I see some hi here from Onawahim, Jetamer, Alice, Noman. So hi, I really hope you enjoyed this session. And again, be very participative here on the chats, the comments, so I can know we're doing a great job, right? For example, here has nine. It's a beginner, so it's really cool. I really enjoy giving these sessions for beginners more than for people who think they know because one thing I might say it's in a lot of topics we think we are we know things we think we are kind of experts, but they're really true this we know a lot of things, right? So being a beginner, being someone who is trying to get all of the amount of knowledge we can share, we can give it to you. It's one of the greatest things, and I really enjoy that. For example, we have another beginner here that has participated in hackathons the last season. So you probably heard of Sneak. Sneak, it's a great tool, and spoiler, we are going to use that tool later in this workshop. So thanks for being here. I'm a beginner too, and cybersecurity enthusiast, being playing CTFs for a while, running networking presently. That's very cool. I just talked with a friend in Tiger Hacks. Well, it was not my friend, but now he is my friend. And he has a cybersecurity club, and they do a lot of CTFs. They are planning to host a big CTF, like a hackathon style. So you probably need to Google that. It's Cybersecurity Club Monterrey. Well, I'm from Mexico, so yeah, that's the thing. But try to connect with them. They are very passionate about cybersecurity, and you, as an enthusiast, can learn a lot of things from them. Another beginner, done a bunch of CTFs and have a few certs too. That's really cool. So I see a lot of people talking about being beginner, but if you have done CTFs, I will say you're not at all a beginner. But that's really cool. It's really cool that you think of yourselves as beginners. Remember, stay humble. That's the beauty of MLH season. Yeah. Goodbyes. And your screen is frozen. Oh, I don't know if it's my internet connection or your internet connection. So if if anyone can tell me I'm frozen, um, or you can see me, I'm going to move from. Nope. Okay. I also pause everything. It's okay. So was frozen. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate that. So let me present. Mm, you should see my screen now. Yeah. As you see, I have a bunch of tabs here, but let's go from one. to another in order. If you have come to the other workshops I have hosted here on the Global Hack Week, you may know I'm a big fan of the Mozilla Web Development Tool. Here, the Mozilla Corporation, the Mozilla Foundation, it's uh, there are people I trust, to be honest, and you know this is my main source of truth, right? So if you want to come here to developer.mozilla.org, no matter the language you want to use this, for example, I'm right now in the English version, but you can change it somewhere about here. I don't know, but you can change it to be more friendly with your with your native language, right? And here they have a reference in which you can try to learn all the web developed technologies: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, HTTP, the web APIs, extensions, technology, etc. Guides for learning, um, accessibility, even. So that this part is really cool. Right now you're going to focus here on the Mozilla developer learner area. So this is the part. How did you get here? Well, again, you go to Mozilla uh, learning area, learn web development, and we are going to search for in the left tab, server side website programming first steps, and there's a dedicated part for website security. So we click here, and if you haven't found it, let me copy and share with you here the link. So you have here the link, and I saw you have to navigate from the main page of Mozilla to here. And let me share again. Here, and I'll close this tab, we have the cybersecurity part, and we can learn a lot of interesting topics about, again, cybersecurity, in specific website security. They have a list of security threats we can face in our websites, in our applications living on the web. The first one we saw here is the cross-site scripting. Then we have SQL injection, command injection, um, for example, the cross-site request forgery. There are a lot of threats, and you can see they cover many of them here, which you can learn. For example, the clickjacking, denial of service. This is very common. The directory traversal, file inclusion. I was talking about the command injection. If you have been in capture the flags, you are probably familiar with many of these. So they have the list here, but the part we are focusing here is this: the recommendations, uh, having good password practice, configure. Remember, HTTP has an HTTP normal and a HTTP strict or secure encryption. So it's a good practice to always use the secure HTTP version. So keep track of the most popular threats. This is the part I wanted to get because they sent us to the OWASP list of the most popular threats in the moment. Remember, these are not like today's list, because we have to be aware that the most of the threats are new, and they take advantage of things we don't know to yeah, to break our system, let's say it that way. But if you don't know what OWASP is, I have here like their about page. The Open Worldwide Application Security Project, short term for OWASP, is a non-profit foundation that works to improve the security of software. They have a page. I'm going to share it with you here again. Um, and here in the OWASP.org page, you can find a lot of resources for cybersecurity, not only for websites, not only for web security, but for cybersecurity in general. Um, so let's head back to their webpage. They have missions and they have a mailing list. So if you are an enthusiast about security and you want to, yeah, join them, like they have a membership and everything. And even if you're a student and you want to learn and be part of more security, they have like these chapters. Yeah, like they have like you can apply to be a chapter for OWASP for your university or for your local community. I think they give support for that. Well, like good support. So we were talking about this, no? The list. They have this OWASP top 10 list talking about the most common threats in security. For example, they have here this 2017 list in which the injection or the most popular way for system to be vulnerable. This updated to the 2021 list, reduced to the third position, and they appear here: insecure design, software and data integrity failures, server-side request forgery. These are new. We didn't have register from them. So as you can see, for example, the 1 to 5 position of the 17 year to the 21 year um, become the first and most popular one, which is broken access control. But they also appear three new ones. Like, this is what I was talking about. We need to be prepared. We need to have good practices, but we probably are going to face threats that are completely new, that are things that we do not know they even exist. So this is why we need to be like updated, right? For example, if you prepare your application that you built and in the year 2018 to have good protection for injection, to broken authentications, to sensitive data exposure, because you see this list and thought like, okay, my expectation it's not going to suffer from this. But some years later, you did not keep making audits, you not keep upgrading your security project, and you face new threats like the, well, not new, but old threats that become most popular, but you didn't prepare for that, like the broken access control, or you face real new threats like the insecure design, like this one, that integrity failure. um, and you're exposing not only yourself but your clients, but your, yeah, your users, uh, to be like leaked in their passwords, their personal information, and that's very serious. So be aware of this, be aware of the top 10 security risks. The OWASP Foundation has this. But you can always be looking for more and more sources of truth. I give you mine, but don't take for granted what I say. Keep going and keep exploring more, right? So I'm going to close this. And the OS Foundation already have tools that help us running these audits from our platforms, right? For our applications and specific for web applications in this case, right? So we have web applications corners, automated tools, um, dynamic application security test, a lot of resources, right? And we see here this list. For example, the actor, they give us the owner, the licensed platforms they are made for, and some notes. Like for example, here the Akunetic is completely free with limited capability. The API sec, it's free in limit for API pen test. Um, Here, for example, these work for Linux, these work for SaaS, these work for Linux, Windows, and Mac. So you can start checking here and try to see which one of these better fits your project, your system. For example, here we only have 14 days of trial. But this is a very, very big list, right? Some of these probably are for more experimental developers. We, as beginners, want a more friendly tool, right? Um, we need to focus on a simple thing right now because these ones are for security in general, and we probably need to read a lot of documentation. We probably need to read a lot of these guides, which I encourage you to do after this session ends. um, Let me go back here, because remember, these sessions are more like for you to learn what you don't know, you know, um, but not being an expert, not you are not going to walk out from this session like, okay, I know now everything about auditing and fixing, but I know right now what I need to learn to be an expert for auditing and fixing, right? um, I don't see comments here, so I'm going to be jumping from the explanation to the comments. So if you want to leave a comment here or a question, feel free to do it. But okay, let me go back. And again, another recommendation for the MDM web docs. It's use these vulnerability scanning tools. They have like, uh, for example, here they have bounties if you found some vulnerabilities. So this is interesting, and it's a good way to practice. But let's let's focus on what I was talking about, which are using a specific tool for a specific purpose. NPM, right? The OWASP Foundation. I'm sorry for talking a lot of the OWASP Foundation, but like just like MDM, it's my main source of truth for web. The OWASP Foundation is the main source of truth for security, to me at least. They have this cheat sheet about NPM security best practices, right? So they give you 10 NPM best practices for cybersecurity. This is for JavaScript and Node.js developers. And they give you, I'm going just to read the the headers. They avoid pushing secrets to the npm registry. Remember, we usually work with APIs that require keys, require secret hashes, or a way to authenticate ourselves. Uh, Let's say for charges for their service, or to protect us, or for a lot of reasons. But we usually need a API key, and it is not a good practice at all to expose our API keys in any way. That's why we use a file that it's not going to be polished, to have all these secrets. In this case, for example, which are the .env as .environmentals, um, that we need to add to our git ignore, or to avoid committing that. Yeah, so this first recommendation is to avoid pushing, exposing our secrets to our repositories. So the next one is enforce the log file. Here, what we are trying to do, it's, for example, if you're using npm, we embraced the birth of a package log files with upper arms, which introduce the deterministic installations across different environments. Um, what we have here is all the changes we do in the package.json are complemented with the package.log, package slash log.json, right? Um, the third recommendation is minimize tag suffers by ignoring run scripts. The fourth recommendation is assess npm projection health. How we do this? Well, they have a npm outdated command, an npm doctor command, and here it doesn't mention, but we have even an npm audit and audit fix commands. So, fifth recommendation is audit for vulnerabilities in open source dependencies. And how we do this is how I was talking about this npm audit and audit fix. But we have here, for examples, npm request, superagent, mongoose, and even security-related packages like JSON Web Tokens and validators. Uh, these popular packages can suffer from risks, and we need to know when these are a risk to our project. And here's when the sneak tool comes in. Sneak is a partner from us at the Mayor League. If remember you attend to hackathon this last season, you probably had the chance to participate in a CTF from this partner of us, in which we learn how to use this tool. And we even do a demo on how to apply this tool to, yeah, to complete a CTF. But right now, if you didn't have the chance, or if you didn't want to assist to that workshop, right now I'm going to repeat it, uh, but with a different approach. Here, I'm not going to run a CTF. I'm just going to show you how to use this tool. And remember, going back for here, completing this recommendation of the OWASP Foundation, right? So you can head here to sneak.io. I'm going to copy the link. Here it is. So go to sneak.io. You will need to create yourselves an account and log in. I'm already logged in, so you will see a dashboard like this. I have not connected. I have no connection to my GitHub account because of security reasons. I don't want to show you all my projects, but if you want, you can choose here an integration and connect with GitHub, with Gitbucket, or whatever other. For example, here all the integrations they have, and that's really cool. Let me let's give it a second to load. Here, Gitbucket, Doc Hub, even Kubernetes, DigitalOcean, GitLab, uh, the Google Cloud, Azure repos. So no matter what source control, yeah, the in the place you store your code, you can integrate it here. And here on the projects, you will see all the list of the projects you have and quick tools to audit them and to fix vulnerabilities. I really love this platform and this Sneak tool when I heard of it, when the Major League Hacking introduced it to us. Because to be honest, I didn't know them before that, but now I am a big fan and I use this frequently, just to be sure. Again, all my packages are audited and are free from vulnerabilities. Here, I wanted to save this page because I want you to go to the resources and documentation page, which I have here. And you will see here a very well documented tool, which is Sneak. And I'm going to use not the UI, but I am going to use the command line interface. So I'm going to click here, and this page is going to give me a three-step, very simple list of how to use this command line. First, we need to install the CLI. You can do it whatever way you want via an executable. If you are a Mac user, curl, HTTPS, sneak, static, get, chmode. But if you are a Windows user, you just curl. If you are a Linux user, or even the same as the Mac, but they have more ways to do this. I do it running the npm global installation. You can do it using Homebrew. You can do it using Scoop, whatever is your preferences. Then you need to authenticate your machine. Once you have installed the Sneak CLI, you need to run Sneak out. And your favorite browser is going to open and ask you to log in your Sneak account. Uh, Remember, you need to have a Sneak account for this. That's it. Then you can start using the CLI, and they give you for examples about that. They give you example of how to audit these open source packages. They give you an example of how to audit the source code, the containers you may have, the infrastructure as a code, vulnerability check. In this workshop, we are just going to limit ourselves to the open source packages inspection. And we're not going to run this command. We are going to run a different one. And that's why I want you to go to the docs section. But first, I want to read some comments to see what you think this far and to see if you need some help with all we already talked. Um, at this point, if you want to follow me, but a little warning, you will need a project to audit because I do not prepare a project to share with you all via a repository. I'm going to audit a project, an old project I made myself with a bunch of friends. But this is to show you how you can do it with your own projects, right? Let me head to the comments and let me read some of them. Remember, if you have questions this far, you can write them down here. Let me see uh, where I, yes, no, it's okay. What's the name of the debugger? You're talking about Sneak or what debugger you meant? You're talking about. Well, if it is Sneak, it's this link I have here, sneak.io. Uh, okay, I see. This is interesting. Yeah, it is. It's really cool you think that way. Hello, MLH community members and audience attendees. How are you today? What's the session plan? What is this project you build? Okay. Um, we're talking about cybersecurity in a specific of web security, in more specific of packages security, vulnerabilities through the packages we use in our web applications. So what's the project? I don't have a project. I'm going to audit an old project, and that I want to show so you can do it with your own projects. And yeah, that's it. Can you tell us more? Okay, so uh, just randomly jumping from one side to another and explaining something which I don't get. It's not random. I'm sorry if you get it that way. I try to put tabs in order to try to explain this topic. I started with the Mozilla one, so there's the main source of truth I take for web in general, and there you can connect with the OWASP Foundation web page, which is the main source of truth I take for a specific cybersecurity. In the OWASP page, you can find a lot of resources, so it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I tried to take the three different pages I wanted to share, which were the top 10 list of security threats, the what was the other? Oh, the list of cybersecurity scans we can use, well, not cybersecurity. Yeah, the cybersecurity scans, which was a very, very big list. And for the third one, and the one we are right now, it's the NPM cybersecurity cheat sheet of best practices. We are now in the fifth step. Um, and we are trying to use a friendly tool, a tool we used in our last session. No session, sorry, in our last season as the MLH, Major League Hacking partner Sneak. And right now, we are using that tool to audit a project. But first, I wanted to see here the comments. Hello, can you please share the links? Yeah, here are the links. The Sneak one, the OWASP one, and the Mozilla specific path to the web security guide. Sneak can identify very subtle vulnerabilities in your code repos, but their reminders in your email can be a pain. You can disable them. If you go to the adjustments, Uh, you don't even need to go to the adjustments. When you receive the mail, at the bottom there's a link called unsubscribe, and you hit there and you can unsubscribe from any mails Sneak may send you. I do that because yeah, you have a point about the don't want to receive a lot of emails. uh, it's Sneak free, at least for what we are trying to do. Yes, it is. I don't know if they have like paid plan, and if they do, I don't know what you can be charged of. Maybe if you want to use it like in an organization or a company, it makes sense to charge you like for, I don't know, having a theme, having a connection, or anything to yeah, to organization in GitHub. I don't know, but for users and for what we are trying to do right now, yeah, it's free. Here, IXN help us ask one. Sneak has four pricing plans: free, team, business, and enterprise. Yeah, that makes sense. The free plan is for individual developers and small teams looking to secure. Yeah, yeah, that's a really good answer. Thanks. Sir, it's telling resources which we can check for best practices. Yeah, that's the thing. Um, Excellent, thanks you. Yeah, thanks, excellent. So let's return and go now to the live. Sorry, again, I forgot to share my screen here. So I already have the CLI installed. I already have authenticated my Sneak account. So I'm going to do this scan for issues, but remember, not this way. I'm going to use the documentation in help for do that. Just remember, I'm going to close this now, but if you have the opportunity to integrate this Sneak tool with your normal flow of work as GitHub, Gitbucket, or whatever other tool you want, um, you can see here in the project section a list of your projects, the vulnerabilities they may have, quick action buttons to run these cybersecurity test, a quick button to resolve issues, quick buttons to see the complete logs of everything I'm going to do now in the CLI, but in the UI version. So let's close this now. If we go here, we can see a getting started section and integrate with Sneak, scan application codes, scan containers, scan cloud, manage issue. Sneak CLI, it's what the one I'm looking for, right? So getting started with the CLI, code execution warning for CLI, scan and maintain projects using CLI. This is probably what we want, right? But no, monitoring, well, this is more advanced things. So feel free to explore here and try to understand what they are talking. Um, right now, I'm just want to configure, no, authenticate, no, install, no, CLI test results. After you run Sneak test, a list of vulnerabilities and license issue is displayed directly from the CLI. This includes the severity, detailed description of the issues, where relevant links to more specific details for each issue. That's cool. Let's try that. So I'm here. I'm going to move to my developer folder, and here I have the CO frontend project, which is the one I wanted to audit. Here I have a package JSON file and a package slug JSON. Remember the other the other let me see advice. Yeah, the other advice this npm security list gave us the enforced log file. Um, and this is a very old project. This is a project I worked on with friends when I was, well, let's say 3 4 years ago, on on the year 2019, I think. Yeah, don't worry. The thing is, this is a really replicated project, so I probably have a lot of security issues here. And let's try to run an audit um, test with our sneak tool to see if that's wrong or I was in the correct line of thought, right? So let's run sneak. Hey, s- sneak test, and let's see what this throws to us. Okay, just one thing. Issues were not directly upgraded or patched. I have regular expression denial service. Uh, I can learn more about this if I go to this link because oh, they fail. Okay, maybe it's very old and they don't even have support for that. But I have this issue, right? And I have three packages that introduce this issue, introduced by React Charts, oh no, and Chart.js. Just two packages. And this says this issue was fixed in a version. So I probably just need to update the version of these packages, and this will be solved. But let's try to see here in fix vulnerabilities using the sneak CLI section. How can I resolve this? I think I wanted you to have in mind it's that remember when you use a package.json file, we have the dependencies and the dev dependencies. And if we want to update these dev dependencies just as our normal dependencies, we need to add a flag to this command. The flag we need to add is the dev flag. So let's run this again, but win or dev flag, and let's see what the output is. They are looking for vulnerabilities in the sneak database. And as you see, this is a way more big output. So, as I imagine, I have a lot of issues to resolve in some years. Um, fix they tell us here issues to fix just by upgrading. I have a storybook add-on thing. I have another, yeah, prototype pollution. I have a regular expression denial service, another regular expression denial service, a cross-site scripting. You remember these were on the list of the cybersecurity article here in in the web docs from Mozilla, cross-site scripting. So if you audit your projects and you see these things, for example, if you want to learn more about them, you can head to this link from Snake. But we saw the other was not working. This is probably a thing about Snake. They probably are, I don't know, rerouting these ones or working on their page. But if you don't find this information here on the Sneak documents, you can go here to the Mozilla and, for example, learn about crowd-side scripting. I'm very sure if we type here on the search section, we can find about regular expression and service. We can find about prototype pollution and all the issues they mentioned here. Well, but the thing is that just upgrading, we can resolve many of this. Um, and yeah, so let's go back and see this section on how to fix these vulnerabilities. The Sneak CLI provides support for fixing vulnerabilities found by using the sneak test command. For information about fixes on the web UI, we saw fix your vulnerabilities. What is this web UI? Remember, I told you about we are going to use the CLI, but you can use the web page, and this is how you can. This is the views you may have. You will have here and here and here and all the things you can do in the UI. Um, just a nice way to see it, but it's the same with the CLI. So if you're using a Sneak container, we are not upgrade and patch the results from the CLI. When running Sneak test at Sneak monitor, details of the vulnerabilities introduced affected. Okay, we don't want to do this right now. So links to full description of this vulnerability. These are the links, but right now they are not working. I don't know why. Upgrade and patch results appear at the following. We talk about this. Sneak patches to fix vulnerabilities using CLI to protect common was replaced by Sneak Protect. npm package for snicked. These pages have instructions for using the package and migrating from protect. Okay, yeah, maybe they are upgrading something. They are talking about that here, but we can see. No, this is the commands and options. Well, we now can npm audit fix, and let's see how many issues we resolve. This is loading. So let's see if we have more comments while this loads. Okay, we don't. Mm. What do you think this for? You think cybersecurity is still interesting? You think maybe this is too complicated, or maybe this is too easy? What are your thoughts? A lot of things are changing in this project now, and I know they should. I mean, 2 or 3 years of not touching a project, it's common that a lot of packages change, a lot of one stops working. Let's see what the output is. We added a lot of packages and audited this lot of packages. Uh, and the audit report tell us that we can fix some of this running npm audit fix again, some of them running npm audit fix force. Ooh, SnodeForge does not give us a way to fix this vulnerability, but let's try to run that npm audit fix force just as they recommended. You probably have an easy way to do this if your projects are more fresh, let's say. So we still have 22 high severity vulnerabilities. We reduce them from 33 to 22, so a good number were um, solved, but we still have glove parent, before 5.1.2 vulnerability to real expression denial service. Um, it says via an npm audit fix we should solve this, but we tried that before and didn't work. npm audit fix gone slash for. Why not? Let's try to do that again. If nothing changes, well, two more were solved. Let's try to run that again. One, one appeared. I don't know why. Let's try to. Okay. Recommended protection disabled. npm audit 21 audit fix without the force. Mm, this gives me an error. Will not resolve. Could not resolve. Okay, I can try it with force and with. But we already tried with force. Did tell us this tell us that try with legacy per depth. So let's try that with legacy per depth. Hmm. Cannot read name of undefined of null complete log. Okay, then we try with force. Maybe something broke during this fixing. Yeah, a package broke. Manually fix required in link protect at watchback chokidar 2 for chokidar. Manual fix required. So This is where things get complicated because we need to go to the dot models, uninstall and install again Storybook. And how we do that, npm on install Storybook. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did not resolve. Okay, let me check in the package JSON. Where is Storybook? Okay, we don't even have Storybook. Oh no, yeah, we have. But what Storybook should I uninstall? The Storybook add-on actions? Hmm, Webpack CLI? No. Storybook Builder Webpack. Storybook Builder Webpack. Storybook Builder Builder Webpack. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Well, maybe I should try every one of these. I cannot. Okay, I can do something different, which is erase this one, erase Webpack. No, maybe Webpack. No, Webpack Dev, Web CLI, Webpack normal, and erase this comma here, and save, and do an npm install. And let's see if we still have those vulnerability problems. Five. Okay, that's perfect. We only have five now, so we can npm audit. And wait for the output. You may be thinking like, of course you get rid of the risks if you erase all the packages, but the thing is we need to install those packages we remove because they were like duplicated versions or versions with we supposed to be able to resolve this just running an npm audit fix. And I was talking about now that we remove all of the what npm audit fix. I'm doing that. Um, okay, um, just resuming. Of course, we get rid of the vulnerabilities because we remove the packages. So what we need to do now is install again those packages, but we delay these versions available for the packages we're using. So many of the vulnerabilities were fixed by their owners, the owner of the packages, and we do not have problems using them. So why we do that? Why we erase them in first place? Well, because working with packages with packages that need other packages specifically are it's a it's a pain in the ass. But we need to do that if we want to take advantage of all the power of JavaScript and open source and projects and everything. But sometimes, as we saw here, well, I probably lost it, but you remember we saw in that part the npm audit report tell us you need to manually resolve this uh, because npm is not able to connect the packages and to resolve this issue automatically. So a way to do that manually, it's the way we do it. We raise the package, we install it again, and oh, and if we are luck, the problems are solved because the new versions don't have that problem. If we are not lucky, we need to uh, look for versions, specific versions that work together. For example, I work in my normal job with Angular, and we don't use the most recent version of Angular. Um, I'm talking to you, so let me just you and me. We didn't use the most recent version of Angular because some of the packages we use, some of the tools and components and all other things we do not build but we are using do not work with the most recent version of Angular. Even even it's the same with Node. We don't work with the most recent version with Node. We use previous versions that has support for all the things we want to work. And you need to find uh, all like in a table all the versions of the things you want to use that are that yeah that works together well. If you want to use the latest version of some tool, you probably won't be able to use it with another tool you want to, so you have to upgrade one or duplicate one. Well, not duplicate, use another version. Yeah, that's the thing, and that's what we are trying to do right now. So let's go back there. And with the five risk we have, we were supposed to fix them using npm audit fix, but apparently we are not. So let's try a fourth one, and let's see if this helps us solve. And no. So another thing we need to do, even if npm does not tell us, it's manually fix this model React SVG corn. So let's open again our package. Hmm, I don't see it. It's CSS select. No, I don't see it. React SVG core. T check. This is probably from or as SCS Loader or React. Yeah, probably one of that. React SPG Loader. Hmm. Yeah, here it is, React SVG loader. We save and we do another npm audit. No. Oh, yeah, we need to install this again. Zero vulnerabilities. Yeah, we are free of vulnerabilities. So I show you how to resolve this. I show you how to run this vulnerability check. Remember, right now we are free from vulnerabilities. Replace those packages we remove with newest versions of those same packages or with other packages that are not deprecated and that not have vulnerability risks. So that's it for this session. Uh, if you have questions, please let me know here on the comments. If don't, and you don't have questions right now, but you have questions in future, I'll be around the Discord server. So thanks everyone for attending, and I hope you got some insights of what web security is and how to apply it and how to audit and fix your own projects. Thanks, and see you on Friday for a GeoGuessr minigame. Bye.